you know, the other co-owner, I guess you could say. It started like this, bro. And I don't know if I'm looking at the camera straight. I might look crooked-eyed, but it started like this, bro. When we first started, bro, nobody really like believed there would be a vintage community, I guess, when it first started. But me and my cousin, by the way, Big Ed's my cousin, but me and him, we were working construction at that time. And we were tired of it, bro. For anybody that works in construction knows that shit sucks. I mean, the money's good, but you know, if you're not happy doing it, there's no point in doing it, you know. But so yeah, we were in construction, bro, and I eventually told him. At that time, we were just collecting pieces. Like we were just, you know, we just had a lot of sauce. No, I'm just playing. No, we just had a lot of, you know, vintage cool pieces that we had, and we were just collecting it. But every time we'll go out somewhere, people are like, "Oh, that's a cool piece. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get this? Or whatever." And so one day we were just working, and we were working at the same place together, and I was like, bro, we should try to do this into a business or whatever, or like try to start selling and stuff. And at first he was like, oh, it's kind of iffy about it. I don't know, bro. I was like, let's just do it. Just make the page. That's when he created the Instagram. He's like, what should we name it? And off the bag, I just said Casa Vintage, bro. Like, just run off with that. I don't know what came to my mind or whatever that day. It was like 3 other options. I don't remember what I said. But Casa Vintage was the first thing that sounded good to me at that time. And so we just ran off with it. We started posting and everything. And then on the weekends, bro, on the weekends where it all started, I started looking up sneaker stores because I wanted to collaborate with a store or something like that, you know what I mean? And so I was just trying to see if I could find, you know, different doors and try to find different opportunities or whatever. And the first sneaker store at that time, which they don't exist anymore, was Pound for Pound. And I went up to them and I came up with them with the idea of selling vintage clothing and stuff like that. And they were like, they shut me down quick, bro, I'm not gonna lie. They said, nah, you know, we sell only hype stuff here, like Supreme and everything like that. And that's why I was like, okay, cool. So then after that, like the next weekend, the following weekend, I was like, let me try this other store. It was called Trap Boutique, right? So we went over there, and they said they were just like, and the reason why I went to Trap Boutique, because at that time there was a guy over there that was selling a couple of vintage clothes. So I was like, okay, maybe they'll like it more. But at that time they were just like, yeah, we rock with the idea, but you would have to be just fully, you know, trap. You know what I mean? And I was just like, well, I wanted to stay with the name, just be a branch off of it. You know what I mean? So, and then at that time, so I was just like, well, I'll think about it, bro. And then I saw Exclusive Sneak Shop, right? At that time I had Facebook, so I would see the sneaker pages that were popping up. And they had opened around the same time as Pound for Pound. So I was like, oh shoot, and they stayed closer to me too. So I was like, man, let me go hit them up and see what they're talking about. At that time they were open, bro. They really didn't have that many shoes, you know what I'm saying? They were coming up too. And so I told them, and my boy Dante, you know what I'm saying, he was like, you know, he didn't hesitate, bro. Like, as soon as I brought him the idea over there, he's like, let's do it, bro. Like, whenever y'all ready, let's do it. You know what I mean? And that's how I was like, damn, you know, that kind of shocked me, because I was like, damn. Like, I didn't think he was going to say yes. I was like, okay. So that's the thing, bro. When you go knocking on doors, you know what I'm saying, you can't just stop with the first door, you know what I mean? Shuts down, you got to keep searching them. And, so yeah, bro, he ran off with the idea, and then it took us like, we did a pop-up first to see how it would go, and then it took us like maybe a week or so to eventually like start moving things in there and stuff like that. And then the week after we moved in, that's when we quit working in construction and we just started doing this full time. And yeah, bro, that's how we started. You know, really, people started coming in, messing with us, and they were like, oh, bro, that's cool, it's cool. Like from teenagers to adults too, because it's what they grew up on as well too. So it was just a good vibe at that time. And that was at our first location. So it was pretty cool, man, just seeing a lot of people mess with us and, you know, showing love and things like that. But yeah, bro, it's just, you know, just a lot of, that's why you can never give up on, you know, things like that. Now in Dallas, like the vintage community everywhere now is like so big, bro. Like there's so many stores nowadays, you know. But I'm just glad to be part of the first vintage clothing store. One of the first that had opened up or whatever. But if I would have never took that risk or never really would have went for it, we wouldn't have been here. Where we at now, whatever. So it just takes time, bro. Like you can't like give up or anything.
Start like into reselling or whatever, it's really all just luck and knowledge, you know what I mean? Like if you know your stuff or whatever, then there's money in it. But if you just go in there, because with the way I started, I pretty much was just buying stuff that I liked, and that was like vintage Nike windbreakers and like the colorful stuff that pops. Other than that, I started like building knowledge in it. Like, cause I was buying it at the time for like $2 to like $3. And then, from there I started seeing like number in it, like profit margins and stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Like, that's crazy. Like, there's people really buying these windbreakers that I paid for like $2. They're buying them for like 50, 60 plus bucks. And then not only that, I started doing more research and boom, 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 boom. There's some that go for up to like 300. There's some that go up to like 200. And then from there, that's when I started gaining knowledge. I was like, okay, these are the pieces that I gotta hunt for. These are the pieces that I gotta look for. And don't get me wrong, bro, I'm still learning. Like, I'm still learning stuff that I don't even know. Ooh, I have a truck here. And little by little, I just started, learning pieces after pieces, like, vintage Nike, vintage single stitch shirts, because I revolve more around sports memorabilia. So whatever's like 1994 Cowboy Super Bowl shirts or Super Bowl crew necks, 1998 NBA Finals Chicago Bulls shirts, snapbacks, like all of that, like I was finding all that at the thrift. And this was like back in like 2013, 2014. Like, there was people still thrifting, but not how it is nowadays. It's gotten a bit more mainstream now, but as of now, like, I can't really like go out there and get it. So let's hope we can find something right now, just so you can get like a good feel, like, oh shoot, like, so this is how it works. This is what we do. This is how the process works. You know what I mean? Bro, you'd be surprised by how much vintage like 1950 Levi jeans go for. When I get a chance, I'll show you like what these are running at. But bro, there's big numbers in vintage. Like, profit-wise, like, you'd be surprised. But yeah, I recently started getting into like band tees. Like, I know there's big money on band tees. The vintage movie tees. Like, there's really a bunch of vintage in anything. Or even like Harley Davidson, my bad. Like, all of that, like, bro, there's money in it. Really, there's money in anything. But like I say, you just gotta have the knowledge for it.
Alright, so I don't know if you just saw what I grabbed. We'll probably show it on the screen or whatever. It was a Texas Rangers jersey. I bought it for like $1.99, so that's like $2 something. Came out total. Once I wash it, once I get everything out, like stains, all that, like perhaps maybe $40 profit. Sell it for like $45. You saw that Cowboys baseball kind of jersey. I'll probably sell it for like $35. Bought it for like $3. So what is that, like $32? At the end of the day, it still all adds up. So 32 plus what, 45, 40? It's like $70. If I sell both of those jerseys, and in one day, what is that, 70, $80? I know regular 95s, what, you getting paid what? 13 an hour, 12 an hour. My main goal is to make at least over 120 a day. At least 120 a day.